Hi, this is Yvonne McNary, and I'm here with Harmony Lanham. How you doing, Harmony?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. And you are a valedictorian for Marion County 2018.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And who are your parents?
My parents are Patrick and Amanda Lanham.
Okay, all right. Fantastic. You're valedictorian now. That means your GPA was pretty high, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us how you became valedictorian, what the rules and guidelines were for that.
Well, for valedictorian, they didn't just factor in your classes, but they also factored in your ACT and like ASVAB scores. I'm not really sure all of the requirements, but even if you had all A's, if you took AP classes, it was weighted more than just general ed would be.
Well, did you ever have in your mind when you were growing up that you wanted to be valedictorian?
No, I did not. It was never even like a thought in my mind that I would be.
Okay. Well, I know your education has been a little different from most of the people around here. You are a military child.
Yes, I am. I had a different school every year up until 7th grade.
Up until 7th grade. Wow. Tell us a little bit about that 1st through 7th grade. Which do you think, which teacher had the most impact on you?
I had one teacher in Hawaii. Her name was Miss Jones, and she was just so sweet. And yeah, I just remember she sticks out. Probably the only one that I can remember her name. But I just loved her.
Okay. And 1st through 7, was that spent in Hawaii or other places?
No, I went from Ohio to Hawaii to Fort Knox, Kentucky, then to El Paso, Texas, and then back here.
So you came here in a roundabout way. Okay. Well, listen, what are some of your hobbies?
I played volleyball for 7 years, and that took up a lot of my time, and I love doing that. I also love to sing and do music, and I also did the swim team for a while, and recently I've started taking up photography, and I really like that.
Okay. Well, let's get back to middle school. Where'd you go for middle school?
For middle school, I went to Lebanon Middle.
Okay. Okay. And what was maybe your favorite subject there?
I would say English or history.
English or history. Those are two tough ones.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Do you enjoy reading?
Yes, but I think I like writing more.
Okay. And then we go on up to your high school years. Were they all spent at Marion County?
Yes, all of them were at Marion County High School.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your senior year. Everybody tells me it goes by so fast. So let's go back to maybe the last 4 years, your whole time there at Marion County High School. What were some of your favorite subjects?
History, definitely, but that's probably because I had Mr. Hibbard for that, and he was my favorite teacher all 4 years. He just made it so fun, and I already liked history before that. It just made it even more enjoyable for me.
Okay. So are you going to be a history major when you go to college?
No, probably not, but just something that I like knowing, and
Okay. So where are you going to school, and what are you going to major in?
Well, I'm not sure completely yet, but this next year I'm going to be spending a year abroad in South Korea, just like learning the language before I go on to college. After that, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go to the University of Louisville and perhaps study social work, go into that.
Okay. Well, tell us about that year in Korea. How did you go up? What is this all about? I know there's a name to the program, isn't there? So give us the name of the program and what you plan to be doing.
Yes. It's called the Nestle Y program, and it's funded by the State Department through the government. And I just found it like online one day. I was like, oh, I want to be an exchange student. I saw stuff. I was like, oh, that looks cool. So I started looking, and then I found out that the government provides scholarships for high school students to go. It's completely paid for just to go and spend a year of high school in another country that they deem is a critical language. So they have Chinese, Korean, Hindi, Arabic, Russian, and some other languages. But so when I was a sophomore, I was like, oh, I want to apply to that. But I've been really busy in high school, so I was like, I might apply as a gap year. And so I finally got the chance to apply this past year. Me and my parents had been talking it over. But they only choose 16 students for the program that I applied for in the United States, like completely. So I applied, but I also had my backup plan. I was going to go to Louisville and had all of that organized. And then I found out in April, which is pretty soon, you
Yeah.
know, that I had gotten the scholarship, and I'm going to be going to Seoul, South Korea. I leave in September, and then I'll come back in May of 2019. And we're just going to study the language. I don't really know that much Korean. We had a
I was going to ask you about that.
yeah, we had a Korean exchange student, so she taught me like hello and things like I'm hungry, but I don't really know a whole lot. So I'll be taking language classes and be learning through immersion, and I'll stay with a Korean host family, and I'll go to Korean high school as well, but it'll be like I'm a freshman. I'll be
Yeah.
like the oldest one in the class.
Oh, gee, this sounds wonderful. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun for you.
Yeah.
Do you know any other students who are going to do this?
I do, but I hadn't met them until like we were both accepted in the into the program. We found out that there's actually 3 people from Kentucky out of the 16 who got this scholarship. So there's one girl in Louisville that I've been talking with, and I met with her, and she's really nice.
Oh, that sounds great. Now, are you accustomed to Asian foods?
Yes, I love Asian food.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in the right place now,
Yeah.
aren't you? Fantastic. Well, listen, tell us a little bit about some of the activities you were involved in over at the high school.
At the high school, well, the biggest one was volleyball for sure,
okay.
and that kept me in the best shape possible.
Yeah.
It was so hard. I remember the first like tryout freshman year, there were like 2 people who puked in between, but
Okay.
yeah, but it was really fun, and it really like our coaches really made us stronger mentally and physically, and it just helped me be more like rigorous in my studies and like be very organized and disciplined in what I do.
Do you think you'll play volleyball at U of L?
No, probably not. I don't think I'm that good.
Okay. Well, I know they play a lot of volleyball in Korea, so you might have some
Yeah.
fun there playing volleyball. Yes, indeed. Anything else you did in high school?
I'm trying to think of all the things. I was also the vice president of the Beta Club this last year, and that was a lot of fun, just organizing some volunteer opportunities and fundraisers. Like I helped out with the Junior Mister program that we have here,
okay.
and that was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Oh, gee. Now, how did you go about organizing that and getting all those guys together?
Oh, it's a lot of work, and it wasn't just me. There's a lot of people who go into that, and doing the routines. We had a bunch of the distinguished young women girls come in and help out with the choreography and everything.
Okay. Well, give us your future plans again. I know you said you want to go to Korea first, and then you're going to go to U of L.
Yeah, and I want to go into social work, but I also want to be able to use that like international aspect of that. So possibly going into nonprofits and stuff on the global scale.
Okay, we were talking a little earlier, and you said maybe your brother was thinking about becoming a valedictorian.
Yeah, when he first heard that I was up in the top of the class, he was like, I'm going to be the top one. And then when he found out that I had to give a speech, he was like, that's not for me.
No speeches for him, huh?
No.
Oh, boy, that's too bad. That is too bad. Well, I know that your future plans include college and U of L and all that. Where do you see yourself in the business world or in the world after all that's done?
I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to go with the flow and see where life takes me. I don't want to have any expectations and then those be broken off. But yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Okay. And for those students who are out there watching us now, who are maybe doing sort of mediocre in 3rd grade, you know, just sort of getting by, what would you tell them about their work habits, you know, study skills and all that?
I would say to push yourself as hard as you can go, but also mental health is such a bigger issue than your grades or whatever. I would much rather be happy and at peace with myself than getting that A or getting that, you know, perfect test score. So.
Okay. And what about those students who are maybe thinking about not finishing school?
I would say definitely finish school because it opens up so many more opportunities, and you want to keep all the doors open you can so that you have options to do what you really want to do in life. And you might not know what that is right now, but if you finish it out, then you'll have so many more opportunities than you would if you hadn't.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for talking to us today, Harmony. You're a great valedictorian. And you know, I forgot to ask you, what was your GPA?
I think it was 4.28 weighted. I'm not completely sure.
Oh, gee, that's fantastic. I know your parents are very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This has been Yvonne McNary with our valedictorian for 2018, Harmony Lanham. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Yvonne McNary for Central Kentucky Television.